All right, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Kier, your host. With me on today are my co-hosts Emerson
Hey, what's going on?
and Everett.
Hey, what's up?
All right, a couple of orders of business. I lost my voice. Second order of business. I okay, so I don't pay for the SoundCloud premium account anymore, so they won't let me upload any more tracks. So the last episode did not appear on iTunes. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll if we do regular episodes, I'll pay for it again. But right now it's only on YouTube, I think. Yeah. All right. This week we are reviewing The Abyss by James Cameron. Um, we review, I'm not reading the thing. We review everything by win, draw, or loss. So, Emerson, why don't you start us off? What'd you think?
So I give it a draw. I liked it. It was interesting. It was unique. Special effects have not aged amazingly. I mean, I guess for the time it was pretty good. When did Terminator 2 come out?
Terminator 2 came out 1991.
Okay, maybe I give this movie too much credit. Um, it was also like a
Wait,
little
what do you
weird.
mean?
I'm,
What's
I'm
wrong with
mainly
Terminator 2?
no, I'm saying Terminator 2 has really good special effects.
Didn't this come before that?
Yeah, by two
Yes.
years.
I heard that the liquid effect was what they used for the T1000.
That would make sense. Um,
Yeah, I didn't really think
but
about that.
that being said, like, I don't have like any major problems with it. I didn't feel like a big punch from it. I kind of just watched it. Now, I did watch it when I was very tired, so that may have had an impact on it. But I was kind of just like, I didn't feel
I
very
think it
warm on
did.
it.
I think
I
it did
didn't
have
feel
an
very
impact.
warm on it. And I was just kind of like, oh, this is strange. But it was a unique story. I when I went into this, I did not think it was aliens. Spoiler. I thought it was like a Godzilla type thing, or there's like some sort of creature in the deep. I was not aware, so I was like, what the fuck?
Did
But
you know anything about this movie at all?
I knew nothing. The only thing I think I might have known is that didn't that he have the actors breathe that breathable liquid?
They
That
didn't
I don't
breathe
know.
it. They just pretended to breathe it.
I thought
There's
there was
a
this
there's a
movie
lot
or
of stories
another
about him
movie where,
abusing the people on this set.
yeah, it was either this movie or another movie where he made them breathe the actual stuff.
I
Let
read
me
that
look
Ed
it up.
Harris had to pretend like he could breathe, but he could not breathe.
Oh, okay, that might have been it.
A lot of people almost drowned on this. A
Yeah.
lot of things went wrong, including James Cameron. I think almost had a close call.
Yeah, they have those pictures of the actors wearing shirts that say like I survived the abyss. All the stuff he put them through.
What did you What did you think, Everett?
I'm gonna give it a draw as well. Um, I also have never seen this movie all the way through, but I sort of remember seeing parts of it on TV when I was a kid. But at least what I put in my notes is it's got you some uniqueness to it. Like I take parts of this movie and I appreciate them similar to the way I'd look at like an art piece from a certain person or someone like a set of skills from someone. Like I love the soundtrack and score. Like I love the spectacle that they made. I mean, there were some scenes that sort of I guess had some really good tension, but it was right way too long. Like like I was sort of looking at the list of movies that Cameron's made, and he hasn't made a lot, but most of them are really long, and I feel like can be shortened, especially this one. There's a lot of talking. I feel like you can cut out. Like the first 30 minutes of this movie is just them shooting the shit, like doing their jobs. And while I will admit some of it is relevant to the story, it's not great to sit through. But I have more when we get into spoilers. But yes, yeah, it's a draw.
I'm gonna give this a win, but the thing is, like, the reason this was on my radar is because I heard a lot of people talking about it online, saying it's one of his best films and it's incredibly underrated. Now, I had never heard of it, so I'm like, James Cameron made an amazing movie that I haven't seen, and I haven't even heard of it. And and then also you couldn't find it anywhere. Like you could only pirate it. So it's actually been on my watch list for a long time. Finally, it just appeared on Hulu suddenly after they re-released it in theaters. I almost went to go watch it in theaters because I'm like, hey, everyone says it's good. Like, it's got to be worth something. Um, so we finally watched it. I think it's not so good in the modern era. I think when it came out, it would have been a lot better received. The movie that it reminds me of the most, and I think that they're actually really similar in terms of quality, if you take away like if you account for the time gap, is Interstellar.
Hmm.
There's a lot of this that reminds me of Interstellar.
Like the structure or specific scenes
Kind of
or
the pacing, the overall story structure is like they're going into the unknown. He gets lost. He comes back. Time is weird.
Hmm.
Like there's aliens. Like, it's like to me it's like a I don't want to say a poor man's Interstellar because you think because that's like somebody made Interstellar and then they made a cheap version of it. But we watched it in that order. That's not what happened. Given the time that this was made, this is actually pretty good.
I kind of see what you're saying when you compare it to Interstellar, but I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it just because I don't know. I guess the pacing's similar, but I can't get past the plots being completely different. Like I get that they're both them venturing into the unknown, but it's for completely different reasons with completely different like stakes that involved.
It's not literally the same.
No, I know. But then they're not all that similar.
I think there's a big tone of like love is the answer. Did you guys read the director's cut? What that
no.
version looked like?
Uh-huh.
The aliens were gonna like destroy the world, and then they intercepted his message to his ex-wife that said, "I love you,"
Are you serious?
and they're like, "This is why we didn't." It's the same. Interstellar had the same thing.
There's also like
Love
Yeah,
is
but
what
why
did
were
it.
they going to destroy the world?
well, there's also like a isn't there like a subplot between like relations between the US and Russia as well that they keep
Yeah, there
bringing
was
up?
some other
But
but
why were they going to destroy the world?
because
Why not?
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Why
so
not?
explain something to me. Were the aliens always there, or did they come there at the beginning of the movie?
I don't know. I kind of found that to be kind of hard to explain because they don't look like very
Because
space worthy, but I mean
the
they
sub
they could
is the
be.
sub scene when they first arrive, or is the sub scene like the sub is encountering them?
I think it's encountering them.
I mean they've been in what is it? It's not the
They've taken a
Marianas Trench,
long
right?
fucking time to decide they're going to destroy the world. Then
No, I agree. And I think Interstellar has similarly like weird questions that are abstract and you're like, huh, what
I think
happened there?
Interstellar is actually more abstract than this.
In a
But
way, I just think it's better made, but it was made so much later. Like it's hard to directly compare them, but this is like the beta version of Interstellar to me.
and just to go back to the fact that I didn't realize it was aliens, right? So I was like, oh, it's like some super fast, like abyss like creature. And then when she like sees the
Yeah.
lights and like she's like it's a non-terrestrial intelligence or whatever. I was like, so is she just like an idiot? Like the reveal's gonna be that she's like
I was
a
like, how is she
moron.
immediately determining that it's not from Earth?
Yeah. I was like, she's just gonna be revealed to be an idiot, huh? So then like a portion of the movie, I kept waiting for the reveal to be like, it's not aliens. But then like bit by bit, I was like, hmm, this isn't giving me a lot of evidence for it not being aliens. And I was like, oh, it is aliens.
But I think that for when this time came out, the fact that it was aliens was like a given. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that was just like what
Late 80s, early
every movies
90s.
was. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
was. Um, yeah, so I actually think for the time it came out, it was probably a pretty damn good movie. Um, they don't even really make movies like this anymore.
Yeah, no, this type of storytelling is sort of disappearing.
Even since Interstellar, like this type of love story, magical thing happening, like otherworldly, it's hard
Yeah,
to
because
just
we know better. We know what it really is. She's gonna take his house when they, re-divorce. The aliens are here to kill us all. Also, there's a corporation that's gonna nuke the aliens anyway because it turns out we can use their brain fluid to extend the human lifespan forever. James Cameron knows this is the case.
It's like Jurassic Park syndrome. I feel like nowadays that story's been told a billion times and it doesn't really captivate audiences
Yeah.
anymore.
Like today, you would get The Abyss 2. It's like,
Mm.
why?
Electric Boogaloo. They yeah.
This time it's personal.
It would start out with the aliens being killed by like another alien race, and then the new alien race is actually working for a third alien race.
It's like Independence Day 2, where they just come back
Yes.
and are more
Yeah.
powerful.
And
I
I'm
really
like, oh
miss
shit.
being like just going to the movies. It's a concept. It's fully fleshed out in that one film, and that's it.
Yeah. And that's it. You don't have to worry about the sequel, the prequel, the 15 side stories. No, I agree.
They're not billing you anything.
And it didn't used to
Exactly.
cost a whole bunch of money either. Like it used to be like a $10 ticket. You just go in, experience a story, and walk out. Like
Yeah,
those days are gone. And now it's all on streaming. And for some reason, all those streaming movies kind of suck.
they do.
Like
Yeah.
very rarely, like 13 Lives was a diamond.
Yeah. And no one's heard of it. I was talking to some coworkers at
Yeah,
work
nobody
about it
saw it.
because they were saying, like, one of my coworkers was like, I don't know, lately everything's garbage. And I was like, well, have you seen 13 Lives? And they're like, what? And they're like, is it like an indie film? And I was like, not really. No, it's just they
It's
didn't
directed by
advertise it.
Ron Howard.
Yeah.
They advertised
Um,
it for like one day.
yeah. And then they were like, it's here. Um, what was I gonna say? Because you were talking about they don't make movies like this anymore. Oh yeah. So it's just what I think it is. The problem is that at this time, and I don't have evidence to back this up. Okay. I think that the movie was about the movie and that was kind of it. Now it's been like put down to like a mathematical equation for the most part, where it's like it needs to make X amount of money and we need to do X, Y, and Z to get the maximum audience draw. And like we don't want to offend anyone. And I don't even mean that in like a social justice way. I mean like we can't have a scene that'll scare away the old folks. We can't have a scene that'll scare away young people with families. Like that's kind of what it feels like these days.
Yeah. And also, like, they really can't gamble on a small movie because people won't see it unless they pay money to go sit in the cinema. And it's like, so it has to go to streaming.
Yeah.
And then it has to be in like a weird production.
Yep. And even like the big like artsy studios like A24, for the most part, like no one ever sees those. Civil War is going to be the most expensive A24 movie ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know what? I might see Civil War.
I'm gonna see it.
I'm down to see it. I just don't know. Like,
Listen, a
I'd
few
be
more
happy to
years,
view it.
we're gonna live it.
Yeah, it's practice.
When is it coming out?
It's like April 11th, April 3rd, something like that. I know I just gave it like 11-day range, but
April 12th in the UK, I guess.
no, fuck the UK.
In the US,
It said in it.
okay, so April 12th.
Okay, April 12th. Yeah.
Sort of while we're talking about like films that take place underwater, like we did Aquaman and we did this. Do you guys remember that movie they made? I think it had like Christian Stewart in it, but they had like Cthulhu in it. Do you remember that?
Yes, Deep or whatever the hell it was called. Yeah, they're in like an underground mining rig,
Yeah, it's
and
like
it
that.
like
I kind of
floats.
found that similar to this, sort
Yeah,
of.
that's what I thought it was gonna be. Like there's some like big monster in the depths, and they're gonna, I guess do something with it. There's not really any story you can do with a big monster in the depths. It either kills them or they kill it.
Well, you know what else this movie kind of reminded me of? Did you guys ever watch AI?
Yeah.
I think so.
That also kind of
With
reminded me a
Haley
little bit.
Joel Osment.
Yeah, but that was another movie that people were saying like it had like a really weird ending and a lot of director's cuts and stuff that kind of debatably made it better or worse. But I remember
This
like
reminded you of that?
well, like sort of like how people were talking about the ending, like because I don't know, but I remember
I,
that movie having a really strange ending that people were complaining about.
did you think that this theatrical version ending was weird?
Oh yeah.
Sort of, but it was unique at least. I mean, it wasn't like in your face stupid.
So
I really liked the design of the
I
aliens.
thought it was more stupid than weird.
yeah,
Hmm.
when the alien, first of all, when the alien like comes up to him and he looks at it for a minute, I was like, okay. And the alien does like the yo, and he's like, yeah. And then he's like swimming through this place, and I was like, the first of all, that scene went on way longer than it needed to. I think we're supposed to see that he's like being passing out or something, but I was like, God, just take him out of the tunnel already. Then
How
they
is he
played
alive? I thought he was gonna run out of air in 5 minutes.
they
Those
created a I guess he did run out of air. That's why he blacked out, and then they created the air bubble for him. But
those aliens pulled the equivalent of you rescuing a possum from your pool when it's drowning.
yeah. And then like showing it a picture of like the other possum I rescued. So then they play the message back, and I was like, okay. And I kind of expected it to like end there. But then, we go back to the surface. Then the ship comes up and it's like so ridiculously massive
Yeah.
that like I mean, that was kind of cool. Like
It
that it's this
beached like a
giant
third
thing.
of that small navy.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And then he like is just like he like saunters out. He's like, hey guys, I got some alien buddies. They brought me back.
Yeah, that part. That's why I was like, this is stupid. I understand, like they're saying that he introduces humanity to the aliens, but like the way that they did it, I don't know. It kind of. I was more concerned that they were gonna get crushed by debris that. Like I was like, wait, is this what's gonna happen right now? Is
You
they're gonna have
imagine
like
if
a
it ended with the little ring falls off and kills Harris's
because
character?
they're like walking on the surface, but there's battleships up there with them. I'm like, this can't be safe. Like, what else is going on there? What
That's
shouldn't they be like drowning in fish flopping around that also got dragged up with like a
that's
shark?
the real director's cut is like down below they're like we're gonna save you because humans love and you proved that we can love and it's as they're like coming up to the surface it's constantly cut between them having like a loving reunion and all those sailors just falling off the deck and dying from impact and all those other
Yeah.
horrible
Also,
things.
I don't buy. I guess maybe it was like a more optimistic time. There's no chance that when that starts, the ships don't just start shooting. Like, there's no chance.
The aliens didn't look that tough, to be honest.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, do they have? They must have to be in the water. Like, there's no way they can like walk around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
because
didn't
then
come to greet the rest of the humans.
can they float in the air?
I hope not. That would be dumb as hell.
Could you strangle one?
Oh, what? I think if you went to strangle it, you would like get subsumed into it.
Well,
Like you'd be like trying to strangle water.
or they sort of explained that like how they had their own equivalent to
You
like
could probably
drones that
drink it.
like if we have to have like submarines to visit the ocean they would have to have some sort of like air
Yeah, I
submersible to
know they
go up
had
on
that
land.
like thing that reminded me of the War of the Worlds
Yeah,
eye.
the weird water tentacle that like hissed
Yeah,
when it got cut in half.
yeah, that had it became like a human face, and she's like, "It's learning or it's trying to communicate with us," whatever she said.
It's melding with you.
Yeah,
I still think it's weird that
let's
it
meld beneath the
wasn't like
sea.
a deep sea creature.
Yeah,
Mm.
I like have to give him credit on one hand because it's unique to me, but on the other hand, I think I might have preferred a deep sea creature.
I thought they were
I
gonna go
don't.
down there and find some shit.
Yeah, but
And it was
instead, it was like in charge, and it came up to them.
yeah.
And also, I don't know.
I saw a funny comment when I was looking at the reviews for this movie and it was this is the timeline of Kyle Reese surviving when the apocalypse doesn't happen in Terminator. He like joins the military and becomes a SEAL and goes nuts underwater.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not?
That's one of the parts I actually really liked about this movie. As corny as it was, I kind of liked his descent into madness the entire time.
Who?
Decompression sickness.
Like whoever,
The
Oh,
seal.
the Navy
yeah,
SEAL guy.
Yeah.
like Coffee or whatever his name was.
I thought I don't know. I
I was
just
pretty
thought
bored by it.
when he
Yeah.
died, I was just like, man, so he's not gonna see the aliens that the humanity
Yeah.
discovered. Like he died right before.
Yeah.
Kind of
And
sucks.
also like one of the things I found kind of weird about it is the conflict between humanity and the aliens was like indirect.
Okay.
The-
Yes, yes. But okay, just to go back to Interstellar, they had something just like that. Remember Matt Damon's character?
Yeah, I guess
I'm
that's
telling
true.
you, it's a really similar movie. Like these are things that they would these ideas and plot ideas like they would hit with an audience, you know? Like this stuff lands. It's just an old movie. And we're kind of like, and we're bored. But if you saw this shit, what year did it come out? 1990.
98
What was it?
or 89, 89.
1989. That's pretty good, man. Like that's a pretty good movie. Same year as Batman with Michael Keaton.
Who has
Yeah,
more wins for like good movies? You think? James Cameron or Christopher Nolan?
probably Christopher Nolan. I think he puts
Wins
out
for
more.
good movies?
Because
I'm gonna say James Cameron.
Cameron
You know
only
he's
has
got
about
Titanic.
10 films made.
Yeah, but they're almost all bangers.
I mean,
Titanic is huge, wasn't it? Like the
Yeah,
right
highest
hey,
here.
grossing
listen, he
film.
just has a fetish for water. That's what I'm like coming to the conclusion of.
Titanic,
I've never seen
Avatar.
True Lies. That's like right in the middle between Terminator and Titanic.
I heard that's good, but I haven't seen it either.
It's got Arnold in it.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
yeah, the rest of them after Titanic are just all the Avatar
I
movies.
mean, I don't even think it's close, to be honest.
You know what? I mean, Chris Nolan's. I'm looking at his list. I think they're pretty even because most, if not all of them, are pretty good. Like there's like a few duds on Nolan's list, but Cameron's. I mean, with the exception of the ones I haven't seen myself, I liked or tolerated most of them, if not all of them. Like this is like the only one on the
I
list I
think the
see that.
problem with Cameron and the way I'm thinking about it is most of his stuff is so old that like a lot of it doesn't hit as hard for me. Like Titanic does not hit as hard for me in my mind right now.
Yeah,
I don't
Chris
know,
Nolan's
man.
oldest
Like,
movie was
Terminator still
Following.
hits. Terminator 2 still hits.
I think you guys might be just a little too young then.
Mm.
Okay, calm down, Smokey Joe.
I mean, I don't, I'm saying I like Christopher Nolan, but I don't even think, I don't even think it's close. Let's look at this. Um,
And we've done most of the movies on his list. We didn't do Insomnia, I don't
okay.
think.
Um, Cameron has directed 10 films. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I don't know what Piranha 2 is.
Yeah.
Um, The Terminator. Okay.
Mm.
That's pretty solid. Aliens, you guys tell me that's a good
That's
one, isn't
really
it?
good. I
No,
like it.
those are
Okay.
iconic.
I think The Abyss is a draw. You two of you gave it a draw, so it's not bad.
Yeah, I
Terminator
agree. It's
2.
not bad. Terminator 2 is, yeah, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay, so Terminator 2, Terminator, and Aliens already is like pretty high up
Yeah,
there.
three knocking
Yeah.
them out of the
Two
water.
out
True
of those four
Lies,
movies were on my
Never
top
seen
10 of
it.
all
I'll
time
give that
list.
a Titanic. You guys might have been too young. Titanic literally took over the world.
No, I
Yeah, it
know that
was
I know that in terms of impact, it was like unrivaled. I'm just saying, as of when I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, it's good, but like I'm not like
Okay, but according to us, that's only number
oh,
4 on the list. Like that's Titanic is your
the
fourth
problem
best
is he
one,
gets stronger after
and then
Titanic.
Avatar, and then
think
the
about
other
that
Avatar.
dynamic. Like he breaks box office history records with Titanic and keeps that record until he comes out with Avatar and then breaks his own record. That's insane.
I would say at least 6 of these. I mean, the average is 3.5 according to them. At least six of these are like top tier films. So, and he only made 10. So then we have Nolan following, which I haven't really seen. Memento is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I like Memento.
I agree.
Insomnia is also good. I think it's not as
Haven't
good as
seen it.
Memento, although they haven't scored the same way. Batman Begins is great. Prestige is amazing.
Prestige is good.
Dark Knight, I have some reservations, but
I
it's
think
pretty
Dark
good.
Knight's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good.
Inception, I think, is maybe
Yeah,
the best of them.
Dark Knight
Dark Knight
Rises
Rises
now.
sucks.
Yeah,
Interstellar is
Interstellar's
really
really
good.
good.
Dunkirk is good.
Good.
Tenet
Tenet
sucks.
sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oppenheimer's
Oppenheimer's
okay.
good. Yeah.
So he's
You
got
know
more
what? It's a
movies, but
lot
he's also got
closer.
more losses.
It's a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Um,
The thing is that like
uh,
Cameron has more stuff and it's more recent. That's why he's more like prevalent in my mind.
you
Now,
mean Nolan?
obviously, yeah, Nolan. Nolan also has stuff like Tenant, which I'm like, but there's a lot of bangers there, dude.
Mm, I think
Mm-hmm.
I think Nolan plays more to my taste, but it's hard to. Terminator 2 is like one of the greatest action movies and sequels of all time.
I mean,
Yeah.
that list alone, James
And to be
Cameron has some of the most iconic films of all
and
time on that
Aliens
list.
is also one of the greatest action movies and sequels of
Didn't
all
we
time.
watch it? I couldn't even get into it.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
because
it.
you're it's because he doesn't play to your taste. Aliens is amazing.
I think Inception is the best. The Prestige, yeah, I gotta pick Nolan, I guess. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think Everett, you said that from the beginning, right?
Well, I said I said they were equal because
Yeah, I
Nolan
was
has
in
more
the
movies, but
Nolan
he has
camp.
more losses. Like Cameron doesn't have as many losses on that list.
I really don't think the losses count. I think according to them, they gave it to James Cameron because of the average score.
But he has less. That's why.
He has less. I think that by the way, there's still like 6 more Avatar movies to come out. So
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so there's
Um,
plenty of room for him to fail.
same
You're
with
making him
Nolan.
till he dies.
I just think like this body of work, even with the losses, like if I could make even one of these movies, I would probably pick one of Nolan's movies over any of James Cameron's movies.
I will say this: as
Let's
much
get
as I,
Dennis Villeneuve in here.
maybe that's true. I don't know. Maybe
Is that how you say his name?
I don't know how to say his fucking name.
of all the movies on Nolan's list, sorry, of all the movies on Cameron's list, I love most of them, and I'll defend them to the death of being great movies. But I've watched, and I will continuously watch more frequently the ones on Nolan's list. Like I'll go back and watch The Dark Knight, or I'll go back and watch Interstellar. Or I'll go back and watch like any of those movies. I love those.
Denis Villeneuve. What?
No, that's Denis. Denis. Denis.
Oh, Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve.
There's no-
Villeneuve is how they're saying.
Oh my god, I hate the
Hold on, you can't hear it, right?
My name is Denis Villeneuve. My name is
Oh
Denis
shit!
Ugh.
My name is Denis Villeneuve. Hi, my name is Denis Villeneuve. My name is
Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. My name is Denis Villeneuve. My name is Denis Villeneuve.
There you go, Denis
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve.
You know, I haven't seen like half the movies on this dude's list,
Dennis,
but 5 movies in a
Dennis
row
Villeneuve.
from 2015 to now. I know you didn't like the Dune movies, Kia, but every single movie on his list from 15 till now, I love.
Yeah.
Sicario, Arrival, Blade Runner, Dune 1 and Dune 2 are all good.
Yeah. He's on a tear.
I've never. Did we do Prisoners?
Yeah, we did do Prisoners. Prisoners is amazing.
That was one of my picks. I didn't even know
Yeah.
that was him.
Prisoners is really good.
I don't.
That's
remember
why we
seeing that
watched
movie.
it. Enemy.
I don't think we did Enemy. I don't think I've ever seen Enemy.
Okay, Maelstrom.
Okay, keep going. Move up a bit.
Rated R for nudity.
That's a shirt.
Okay, Prisoners. That's a good one. What's Enemy?
I've seen Enemy. It's good, but it's artsy.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Okay, so from 2013 to
Surprised I haven't heard of
2024, he's got good movies all in a row.
I like Sicario. I
I like
think it's a
Sicario a
touch
lot.
overrated. Actually, I agree with the score, 7.7. Prisoners is 8.2. I agree with that score. The way
We did
people talk about
Sicario
it.
too, right? That's not on this list. He didn't do
Sicario
that.
2, he didn't direct.
Did we do
Okay.
Sicario too?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
pretty bad.
I remember not being a fan. Who was in it? It wasn't Emily Blunt, right?
It was
They-
Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro, and those were the only big name actors.
But there had to have been like a woman, right?
There was a little girl that Benicio del Toro was with.
Mm. I don't remember it that much, but I loved the score for Sicario.
She was the daughter
Yeah,
of like
it was this chick, Isabel
Yeah.
Merced. I feel like I've heard her name, Day of the Soldado. Oh, God, you could tell it's stupid just from the
Yeah.
title. Who is this girl? I feel like is she America Chavez or something?
I don't know.
What was her name? Isabella Merced. She's linked to something. I know I've seen this name before. Her name is
Madam Web.
Madam Web.
Oh.
Okay. I was like, that's why I don't know her because I didn't see the movie, but I've seen the name.
She was Dora. Was she Dora?
Oh, I've seen Instant Family. Yeah, apparently she was. I think
Oh
I've
my
seen
God,
Instant
she's
Family.
that girl from the last night that follows Mark Hamill. Not Mark Hamill. Mark Wahlberg around. You guys remember that?
Oh, vaguely. I think that might have been the one I walked out of. We were really committed to the podcast at that point.
Dude.
We were watching.
I
some
remember. So was
shitty
that the
movies.
one where the theater broke down with you and me? Or was
Yes,
the one
and it would have
before
been better if it stayed broken.
Just wanted to walk out and get it fixed.
Okay, Sicario. All right, Arrival is pretty damn good.
Mhm.
Blade Runner was also good, although I can only watch it once. Dune.
I love Dune.
I
But
love
the
Dune as
second
well.
one is better.
Okay, well, I'll reserve my judgment.
Wait, he has 3 upcoming movies?
He's pretty good. I don't think that
Oh, it's
Cleopatra. Rendezvous with Rama. Oh Jesus.
What the hell?
Oh, I
Do you
know
know
what
what this
this
is?
is.
It's based on
Yeah,
a book, a sci-fi
it
book.
yeah, it's based on a sci-fi book. It's supposed to be really fucking trippy.
Ooh, that
Well,
makes
I
me
saw
not want to see it.
I saw Greek gods and interstellar travel in the same paragraph. So
I'm not a big fan of the like abstract sci-fi.
I've
Uh
noticed.
plot kept under wraps. Okay.
well,
Wow.
maybe it's not that far into
I'm
production.
surprised he's making a Cleopatra movie, unless it's not really about Cleopatra. Okay. No,
Oh
not
God,
this.
when's the last time we did a Fast and Furious movie?
I don't think we've ever done one, and I don't
No, we just
think we
talk
ever
about
will.
them
Yeah,
all the
No.
time.
that's one I would love to watch as like a commentary episode or something. But
Well, the last one went so well, we stopped it halfway through.
Dude, that was a bad idea for us to do that, okay? It was
All right, guys, if the
objectively
plane
a
blows
bad
up, we
idea.
shut this off. We
It
all
was
cheered when it
objectively,
exploded.
it was dumb of us to say we were gonna do a commentary for that.
what was it called?
Cloud
Cloud
Atlas.
Atlas.
Cloud Atlas. For anyone who wants to go
The
find
minute
that
I saw
episode.
the runtime, I knew it was over. I was like, there's no way.
You know what my favorite one is? My favorite one is definitely Catwoman, just
Yeah, we
because
did a commentary for Catwoman too, right?
It was
Kia,
that
you
one's
you
good
had
though.
so many great reactions to that movie, like the one like that seagull pops out of nowhere and you're like, ugh. Or when
Did
the body falls off
Yeah,
the
didn't we rewind that several times?
Yeah. Because it's a dummy.
That was a good ending. Yeah, The Abyss. I think it'll go down as a forgettable movie for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like it was good. I'll never watch it again.
I will also never
So
watch
like the
it again.
same boat
I'll
as Blade
think
Runner.
about it from time to time when I see like a water movie, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's do some roundup. Um, I finished Last of Us last time, I think. Um, I watched some of Shogun.
Oh, how many episodes?
I've watched an episode and a half.
Okay.
Um, I think it's pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Has anyone gone past that?
Yeah,
I haven't seen
I've
it.
watched 5 episodes.
There's like 6 or 7 out right now.
10. No, so there's only 5 out. I think the sixth one comes out tomorrow, and it'll be 10 total. Um, but I saw some discourse, so I've been really enjoying it so far. I saw some discourse of someone who's like, "Oh, it leaves out so much from the book," and now I'm like,
I don't
I've
give a shit.
ordered the book. I've ordered the book. I'm gonna finish the series and then read the book.
I'm gonna read the book also. I don't care. Like that's the same criticism people are giving Avatar. Like you can't fit 30 episodes of a cartoon thing into 10 episodes of live. It's just not, it's a different thing. It's just the way it is. You want to read the book. So I'm going to read the book, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with the show. Like it seems to be good so far.
Yeah, it's really good.
There's sometimes it's a little hard to keep track of. Like, I don't understand the social dynamics. So
But I think you're not supposed to. That's the point. You're supposed to be like, what the hell is going on?
it introduced
Lords.
the
Yeah.
five lords. Yeah. Like, so I kind of understand who's married into what family. Like I'm sort of getting it a little bit. Yeah, I think it's a good show.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I'll tell you what else I watched that I'm actually excited for to continue watching is X-Men 97.
Oh yeah, you texted us about this. So the problem is it's being like destroyed in the culture war right now, so it's hard for me to get a good read on it. So it's good then.
Well, there was an episode like that people say that it's woken. There was like one of the plot lines was that some drag queens were like doing a show for children or something. And honestly, I thought it was pretty good. Just
Well, all right.
no, that's not part of it.
I was like, what the fuck is
No,
he said?
no, the show actually like I don't know, people are just stupid, man. Like there's so many idiots online. I can't believe they're even getting mad about anything that's in the show. There was a weird thing. I guess Rogue and Magneto have like a thing going on, which is a little weird. Um, I just thought that the show was good. Like I thought that it made the cast, it was kind of like boiled down. There's only 5 or 6 um X-Men, and there are mutants like running around, and I don't know. I don't even think I'm the target audience. And so I'm like, this is pretty good. I like this show. Cyclops is cool in it. Like I've seen some memes being like, he's a lot cooler than the Fox movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he is. Like it's Rogue can fly. I didn't know she could fly. That's kind of weird, but I don't know
think
where
she
they're gonna
stole that
go.
ability.
Yeah,
though.
she has Captain Marvel's powers.
Oh, right. That would make sense. I don't know where they're gonna go with it. It's kind of weird that they brought back these shows that are so they ended so long ago and they have already so many episodes. It's like I don't know where you're gonna go with this necessarily. I think they should have just made a different one and like but at the same time, I like that it's the same show. I like the theme song. Like I'm like, this is cool. I just like it. And I'm excited for the next episode that's gonna show up on Wednesday. So I'll be
So, yeah.
tuning in every week unless it suddenly sucks.
Emerson, have you been watching the season 2, part 2 of Invincible?
I have been.
Because I haven't seen it yet.
I have the same issue I had with the first half of this season 2, which is that first of all, I think the animation has declined.
A lot of people say that it's an upgrade.
I see
it
that
looks more
everywhere, and I
comic
don't
accurate.
understand if I'm an idiot or what. But I think that they
have a
I do
theory.
not like the fights look really stiff.
Hmm.
Like yeah, it does look like a comic book character punching. I don't think that's a good thing. Like I don't want to see that like there's no weight, there's no impact. I don't know. Overall, it's okay. I mean, I have Amazon Prime anyway, so it's like I'll watch it. It doesn't cost me anything, but I would not get Amazon Prime to watch this. Like I'm a little the other thing is splitting the season in half was just a dumb decision. 4 episodes, leave off on that. Now you're starting over again for another 4 episodes, and already the headlines are coming out like season 3 will be crazy, guys. I'm like, why are you talking about season 3 when season 2 isn't done? That's not a good sign.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're like, don't worry, guys, I promise. In season 3, you'll see some crazy stuff. I'm like, what does that mean? Is it gonna end in 2 episodes? So I'm kind of like blasé on that. I
Well,
did watch a movie though. I watched Lake Placid. You guys ever seen that?
no,
Have you heard of it?
no.
No.
It's like a really old sci-fi movie. It has the guy who's the president in Independence Day.
Okay.
Oh,
And-
the what? Oh, no, I'm thinking of White House Down.
In the Independence Day, and there's like some sort of creature in this lake, and it's doing things, and I was like, ah, yes, finally, I'm gonna get my itch for this
Bill
like
Pullman.
monster. Yeah, I'm gonna get this itch for this monster underwater. Well, do you guys care if I spoil it? It's not like a fantastic movie.
No.
Betty White's
Well,
in
guess
that
what?
movie?
It's a fucking crocodile. It's just a giant crocodile from Asia. It's not even a fucking monster. I got hoodwinked twice by 2 water-based movies
Why did you watch this?
because my friend was like, "Oh, we should check it out. I heard it's like really good." And I was like, "Okay." And then we watched it and I was like, "What the fuck?" Not only was it not really good, it has like fucking Betty White in it.
I see. Yeah.
Wait, is this
and
the
she-
movie where like she's like really vulgar for no reason?
Kind of, but the thing is the cops like ask her a question. She confesses to killing her husband, and they're like, "Oh, these
Brendan
townsfolk," and they just leave. She like acknowledges that she offed her husband, and they're just like, "Ugh, I don't know what to do with that." It also has the guy from The Bear who plays Jimmy, Uncle Jimmy, but he's like actually
Yeah.
looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
But he's in it, and
It's got Brendan Gleeson and I like him.
he's kind of funny. He's
He's
like
the cop.
he's convinced that there's the crocodile's like a spiritual being. He's like, you don't understand, you can commune with it, and everyone thinks he's like insane and like it never goes
He looks
anywhere.
younger in this. Wait, there's sequels?
I didn't know about that.
Lake Placid 3?
Wait a minute. You said you got tricked by the
Not
fact that it's a
tricked.
crocodile?
Oh yeah, I didn't realize it was a crocodile.
I looked up this movie and the first image I see is the poster that just has a picture of a crocodile.
But
on
I
it.
didn't look up the movie, so I'm like, we're watching it, and
I
there's
feel
like
like that would have been part of the marketing. It's like
I
it's a
there
giant
was-
alligator.
there's something underneath it that's like because the first few times the creature, it's like you just see it, right? And they call in the woman they call in to investigate it. She deals with dinosaurs. It
Well, I mean,
literally
that's not, I
opens
guess,
up
not
with
that
like,
far
we
off.
found this
Yeah.
tooth and we're calling in a dinosaur expert. And so I was like, ah, yes, it's not a fucking dinosaur.
You know what? Like, I'm looking at like pictures of this. You know, this kind of reminds me of. It's just like it gives me the vibes of Eight Legged Freaks. If you ever saw that movie,
I saw that movie. I didn't mind that movie.
I like that movie.
Lake
Anyways,
Placid 2 was made in 2007. Lake Placid 3 was in 2010. And Lake Placid, the final chapter was in 2012.
Lake Placid unrated two or two
Dude,
unrated.
you have to see the cover for Lake Placid 4.
the
It's
final
the
chapter.
crocodile like biting the girl in a bikini.
Does that say Lake Placid versus Anaconda?
Wait, yeah, what the fuck? Lake Placid
2015.
Legacy?
Wait, what the fuck? There's
Oh,
more? There's more after the final chapter?
Robert England is in that fucking movie.
Wow.
Jeez.
Tim Razan. Yeah, this
Dude,
one they lost any star power that
Luke Newton's picture is really funny back there.
Joe Pantoliano?
Oh man.
Look at Luke
Is
Newton's
he,
picture. I don't know why it's
is he
so
beating up
funny.
strippers in this too?
Well, I didn't realize there's a whole franchise here that I've never even heard of. Find a remote island that is home to an abandoned facility. They soon discover the terrible legacy of the facility and a monster that feasts on unwitting visitors.
I feel like you could take that sentence and apply it to a lot of movies out there.
I wonder what the monster is. 5 movies into the alligator franchise.
Like it's an alligator, but it has 12 legs.
What was Eight-Legged Freaks a bad movie? I was
It
12 when I
it
saw
always
it.
got compared to Arachnophobia, but Legged Freaks was, I think it was Scarlett Johansson's like first real acting job.
I don't even remember that.
I that's like a
Doug.
movie I watched when I was a kid that freaked me out. And I loved it, but
Fuck is Doug?
What the fuck? Dude, his parents hated him.
That can't be his real name. Scarlett Johansson, wasn't she a child actress like in like as an actual child?
she was like, I know she was young when she did the SpongeBob movie, but that was after this.
No, there was something else, but I might be thinking of Natalie Portman.
Oh, you're thinking of Leon the Professional.
Yeah. What so was this a good movie or not? I remember thinking it was
Now
cool.
probably not. But it was good when I remember seeing it. It was oddly violent, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember
Fucked
it
up by
being
these
kind of
things.
cool. I want to see Doug in this. Doug E. Doug. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta look this guy up. Who the fuck?
We're going down a rabbit hole right now.
American actor. Why he left Hollywood after Cool Runnings. Was he in Cool Runnings? Yeah, Senka Coffee and Cool Runnings. That darn cat. I feel like I watched that a lot. I don't remember anything about it until now, but I feel like I've seen that
Cosby is in
movie
the
a lot.
Cosby Show, right?
What?
What is Cosby? What is that? It's obviously a show or something because it's 4 years.
Um, it's the Cosby Show.
Hmm.
But I need to know, why is his name Doug E. Doug? He was born in
Born Douglas
Brooklyn.
Bourne.
Douglas Bourne.
Look at that sentence. Doug E. Doug, born Douglas Bourne.
Okay, so why did he change his name?
Scroll down to
Douglas
personal life. Maybe it'll
Bourne.
explain why.
He doesn't have a personal life.
Oh, well, rip.
There's nothing there. Why did Doug E. Doug change his name? Come on.
Admittedly, no one else has this problem.
The name Doug E. Fresh. No, that's not him. All right, whatever.
It's gonna drive you nuts.
I kind of want to watch Cool Runnings. John
Man,
Candy.
look at the stash on that man.
I barely remember this movie also, but I know I watched it a lot.
So what you're saying is Dougie Doug was a integral part of your childhood.
I
Yeah,
don't think I've ever seen this movie.
you've never seen Cool Runnings?
I don't think so. I
Dude,
feel like I would have remembered this.
we might have to watch this one. This is a good movie. It's
What are
just
they like? Are they
it's a
like planning
comedy,
for like
though.
Oh, it's
what
a
is it, like
Jamaican
a
bobsled team.
Yeah, it's a
isn't it?
Jamaican
Yeah.
bobsled team, Everett. It writes itself. The comedy writes itself.
they're in a bathtub practicing? That's funny.
Is it based on a true story? I don't remember. Cool Runnings has a lot of like it's deep in pop culture. When a Jamaican sprinter is disqualified, he enlists the help of a dishonored coach. Is it a total? Oh, that was what I was looking for. Is it a total and fictional story?
Should we just go into the list of movies we watched as kids?
Barely anything to do with the story in the film actually happened in real life. Okay. All right.
Did
All
you guys ever
right.
watch Kicking and Screaming when you were younger?
I
No.
was not a kid when that came
Well,
out.
yeah, you weren't a kid. But Emerson was.
I saw
No.
it. Will
The
Ferrell
Will Ferrell movie?
screaming. I'm just not a fan.
I just thought it was funny how he got actual Mike Ditka to help him coach.
I remember that. Yeah. All right. Fast and Furious star Vin Diesel teases franchise's grand finale after 2023 sexual battery allegations.
What?
I just thought
That's
the
so
headline
funny.
was so funny.
Yeah, that is.
What do the two things have to do with each other? Okay, so they did say the last one was the last one, right? But then it ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
His former assistant was suing the actor after an alleged sexual battery, which took place in 2010. Forced her into his bed. She asked him to stop. He groped her breasts. He tried to pull down her underwear. Oh my God, this is pretty graphic. And then she was fired by Diesel's sister. They describing the allegations as outlandish.
That was pretty detailed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't like him. So it's hard for me to be like, he wouldn't do that. All right. Anyway, I just thought the headline was funny. So it seems like Aaron Taylor Johnson will be the next James Bond.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
man, I was indifferent upon hearing that.
I was really hoping it was going to be a woman.
But I mean, like, how does he fit this though?
What did you just
I
say?
mean, he's a white British man.
I guess. I mean,
How does he fit as James Bond?
I
He
sort of-
literally fits the criteria perfectly.
I mean, I don't think I saw Bullet Train, but I sort of expect Bond to be like suave. But
Bullet Train was good.
he doesn't
He's
strike
suave.
me as someone. Really?
He was suave in Bullet Train.
I guess I have to see Bullet Train, but all right.
I mean, he is an actor.
If he's
From
playing
Craven
Craven,
to
if he's playing
Craven,
Craven,
yeah.
yeah, well, he can do anything.
Okay, I know that 007 is a more prestigious role, but in a practical sense, does anyone give a shit anymore?
Oh, wait a minute.
Not
So
really.
it's
I
not
think the
even
series is
confirmed, I
dying.
don't think. It says it's his job should he wish to accept it.
He's been formally offered.
Yeah, so it's not confirmed yet.
Well, I think the reason it's news is because people were thinking they were going to go with like a woman or a black guy.
I kind of wanted Idris Elba to do it, but he's too old, I hear.
He's old, yeah.
I'd love it. What if he turns it down? He's like, I'm signed on for 12 Craven sequels.
Let me see how Craven does, and then I'll get back to you.
I just don't. I'm not interested in a James Bond movie anymore.
No, I agree. I
After
don't
we
care.
reviewed those last few and they were like way worse than I remembered, I'm good.
It's a bit ironic that they decided to make a Mission Impossible joke in there for
It was
James Bond.
really, really hard to get through them, and that's sad because I like Daniel Craig.
I'm not even sure I saw the last one. I don't know.
No, we never reviewed the last one.
They just kept getting worse.
What joke are you talking about?
The whole line, your job should you wish to accept it, is a line from Mission Impossible. Your mission should you choose to accept it.
Was that in a James Bond movie?
No, it's Mission Impossible.
He's talking about the article.
I'm saying they made a joke about Mission Impossible. James Bond.
Okay. Venom, Sony's animated movie, reportedly taps Invincible's Seth Rogen as writer and producer. I didn't even know they were making an animated thing.
I heard it's going to be like rated R.
An animated Venom movie. And it is supposed to be rated R. Well, what do you guys think? The Boys, I guess Seth Rogen's been involved in that as an executive.
The Boys presents Diabolical was animated.
Well, he shows up in The Boys as cameos.
Is that any good?
I think he's a producer.
I didn't think it was very good.
Diabolical.
It's Rick and Morty-esque, which, I mean, you can sort of assume like that. It's that level of animation comedy.
If it's like Invincible season 1, I have hope for it. If it's like Invincible season 2, then I'm not.
It's crazy. Like, for almost my entire life, Spider-Man and the symbiote and Venom were like the coolest things. And now I'm just so venomed out.
Well, yeah, because think about it for a minute. If they're doing like a symbiote thing and they put Carnage in it and it's rated R, like that would be their opportunity to go really nuts with how crazy he could go.
There's no way.
But wouldn't that be cool? Like, isn't always one of the comments cool, that we make?
No,
they never.
The problem is that
I don't think it would be cool.
I can't envision like a real animated Venom movie. I would see them like ripping off the live action. I could see them like trying to be gritty and funny in like that adult animated way that I think just makes it worse.
I imagine like the Justice League Dark movie. Like, all those Justice League movies that did the same animation as Invincible. Like, it's like probably going to be like that.
Here's what I'm imagining. Okay. Venom comes on screen. And he's like, what the fuck is that? And then like someone hits him and there's blood and like someone gets ripped in half. And then Venom goes like, oh shit. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah.
So my question is like, are they going to ever get into like, this is something that I wanted the Spider-Man game to get into, which is why does Venom look like Venom when the symbiote looks different on Peter? And the Spider-Man game treats the symbiote differently, like the effect it has on people. Everybody's interaction is like completely different, it seems. He turns MJ into a symbiote and she immediately is like insane and lost inside the symbiote. It's like that took like 2 seconds. And Peter's experience was widely different. So you telling me there's going to be a Venom-centered story? Like, is any of it going to be consistent?
No, they have no consistency. They're just taking a character that they know people think is cool.
Yeah.
And they're just throwing what sticks.
That's why I'm like, I got no interest in this really.
They're taking properties that have existing fan bases and they're basically hoping that people will just throw money at it.
I mean, it's for Sony, so where are you even going to watch it?
I mean, add it to the list of movies and shows that Sony has made that don't go anywhere.
Hasn't officially announced it. Okay, whatever. Game of Thrones showrunners reveals why they won't return to Lucasfilm for a planned Star Wars trilogy.
These are the guys that messed up the last season?
I think when you've got a franchise that's already so well established like Star Wars or James Bond and so forth, I think there's less independence when you come in to try to tell a story that you want to tell. And so I think what Dan and I have learned is that it's more fun for us to start something afresh. Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, we wanted to do the first Jedi, basically how the Jedi Order came to be, why it came to be, the first lightsaber. Lucasfilm ended up not wanting to do that.
That would be so stupid.
Why? Why is it more stupid than anything else?
I mean, it's not more stupid than anything else, but have you ever seen what the first lightsabers looked like?
I mean, who cares?
They have battery packs.
The Acolyte trailer?
I didn't watch it. I heard it sucked.
Everyone was hyping it up like, oh my God, a dark, gritty Star Wars thing.
I don't think it sucked.
I watched the trailer.
I haven't seen it.
I wasn't excited by it. It just kind of looked.
I mean, I'd imagine it would probably look.
I just have no faith in it. But I don't think it looked bad. I don't think that was a bad trailer at all. In fact, I would say it was a good trailer.
I heard it has like over like 500 or 400,000 dislikes or something like that. Like a lot.
Honestly, it's probably the best thing I've ever seen them do since Rogue One.
That's high praise. Okay, I gotta watch that
No, it's
trailer
not.
then.
That's not high praise.
I mean,
That's
it's the
I
only
thought you
good
liked
thing.
it.
I like
I
Rogue
did
One.
not
Yeah,
like it.
No, I thought Kia liked it. I thought Kia
I
liked
did.
Rogue One.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
saying it's the best thing since Rogue One when everything since Rogue One has been dog shit.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And the
that must
people disliking it, are they the ones thinking Ahsoka's good and the Mandalorian's good?
Yes. They're the ones who are
Yeah.
like,
So that's why I'm like,
the Star Wars
the
fandom is
dislikes
terrible.
are not a bad sign.
The Star Wars fandom is worthless.
Check out the Acolyte trailer, and I don't know that I'll watch it. I'll probably like read some of the plot or something first to see how stupid it is. But yeah, I like it looks good. Scarlett Johansson confirmed to have Jurassic World 4
What the
offer,
fuck?
but Jennifer Lawrence was reportedly first choice. I don't know why anybody would sign on for that movie right now.
Mm, that's very
Didn't
true.
the last two Jurassic whatever movies, didn't they like
World.
suck?
Yeah, they were awful.
They came out and disappeared as fast as they appeared.
Even the first one was not very good.
Well, where Bryce Dallas Howard's running around in heels the entire time.
Yeah,
I
with
mean,
Chrissy.
people enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was like hated, but I hated the second one. Whatever came after that, or something about the ending. I remember I was like, I'm done. I'll never watch another one of these again. I forgot what it was, but it was so stupid.
Was that the one where they have like a human clone somewhere?
The little girl like freed the dinosaurs or some stupid thing. I don't remember. So anyway, I think that Jennifer Lawrence was wise to pass. I'm surprised Scarlett Johansson would even bother. MCU rumor roundup updates on Marvel's multiverse plans, Doctor Strange's future, and World War Hulk plans. Let's see. It is still my impression that Marvel still wants to use Kang and his variants to face off against the Avengers, but there is one antagonistic presence that Marvel is building up to, which will impact the Kang dynasty by the time they arrive. It sounds like that's going to be Doom.
Mm.
Captain Carter
Okay.
is a dumb character.
Yeah, that last episode of the last season of What If was not great.
I can't bring myself to watch it. I've gotten through like 6 of the episodes, but I can't get past anymore. I
You
just
know what
don't
it did?
care.
You know what it did for me? You know how I always complain that Marvel does that thing now where they set up rules and they break them and it sort of breaks the continuity. They do that all the time in What If and it sucks.
Mm. Do you know why I think Captain Carter sucks?
Why?
She's
Is
a woman.
because they don't realize, like, they think Captain Carter is just female Steve Rogers. It's like, no, Peggy Carter was a different character. She should be her own person, not just the female. Like, she quotes Steve like,
I could
oh,
do this
she
all
says
day.
what Steve would say. It's like, well, she's not Steve. The fuck are you talking about? Like, are you stupid?
Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
That
Like, they
serum
genuinely,
like adds patriotism into your veins or something.
she'll be like, I could do this all day. It's like, Peggy doesn't say that.
And then she dies immediately after.
But it's like stupid. Like, they don't understand the character
They
at
don't care.
all.
They it's just money, money, money.
New superhero teams.
Oh yeah,
Expect
that's
a
what we need.
formal announcement on this project, a Young Avengers project. People are like saying who could be in the Young Avengers, and it's like, dude, a lot of these people are like 30 years old now.
Do you guys remember like 2 years ago when I sent you guys while we were on this podcast that list for the new Guardians that they came out with, and it was like the weirdest roster ever.
Vaguely.
Like what like Upload, like the guy that can control the internet, or like Snowflake and Save Space, like the twins that like control the weather and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like a boomer's idea of what Gen Z is.
Yeah.
Apparently things are being set up for Doctor Strange to step up to the plate and
Yeah, I'll
become one of the
believe it
most
when I
important
see it.
heroes in the multiverse saga.
Every hero is the most important hero. Every saga is the most important saga.
World War Hulk, a way to set up multiple street level heroes as part of the Avengers roster to prepare them for the impending
How
battle
does
with
that
Q.
make sense at all?
Yeah. World War Hulk will receive a big screen adaptation. Yeah, whatever.
Is Blade
Um,
even still in production? I thought there were
No
a
one
lot of
knows
problems with
anymore.
it.
It's
it's
all
still in
just
production. Um, Captain Marvel seems to be like she's gonna unearth the secrets of the quantum bands.
I feel
Uh,
like they've said they're gonna do that like 9 times now, but whatever.
it's pretty clear that there's no project plan for her. It doesn't even try to pretend. Plans for Shang-Chi 2 remain unclear, though it was originally going to set the stage for Avengers the King Dynasty. The idea was to explore the Ten Rings history. Didn't we
Ooh,
just
the
do that?
ring.
Didn't we just do that? Apparently Henry Cavill will play a Wolverine variant in Deadpool and Wolverine and have some credence to them. He won't, however, be the MCU's new Wolverine. Why not? As like, what do you? Who cares anymore?
Just kill it.
Yeah, okay.
That poor
Dune
man.
Part 2 continues to have strong legs at the box office, 600 million worldwide.
Nice.
So yeah,
It deserves it.
yeah, we'll see.
Any word on when Godzilla minus one is going to come to streaming?
Was that the title? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, as a
July 8th, Disney
really?
Plus.
Oh, okay.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I know they've been re-releasing it and stuff, but I really want to watch it again.
Will Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League turn things around with its upcoming Joker DLC?
No.
Yeah, I concur. No,
3 more seasons are planned by Rocksteady.
Ooh. Only $85 a season.
did you guys on a similar note? Did you guys see that thing that Warner Brothers came out with? Where
But do
they
you see
said,
that it's not going to be the Joker from the Arkham because he's dead. It's going to be a
Yeah.
different Joker.
Yeah. He's Joker.
it's Joker
Similar
from
to the
Mortal
Joker.
Kombat universe?
But
Did we already talk about the thing like last week where the whole Harry Potter Warner Brothers debacle with the gaming stuff?
No.
Apparently, they're doubling down, saying the next Hogwarts Legacy game is going to be full live service because they want to embrace like a mobile games
Oh,
view on
really?
gaming.
whatever. It's all
Yeah.
dead. It's all fucked.
That's gone. Yeah. If it's that, I'll never play it. Huh. Well. All right. How closely will Disney Plus's Marvel Zombies mirror the original Robert Kirkman miniseries? Has Everett, have you read it?
You know, I think I read part of it. I know bits and pieces, but I really don't care anymore. But it was okay from what I saw of it like years ago.
Oh, they're making a spin-off of a spin-off. Fantastic.
Yeah, see, like they did a zombie series already in What If,
Well, they did one episode of it, and it was
but didn't
okay,
it
I
like
guess.
wasn't it like a closed story? Like, didn't they die or something?
I mean, they're on their way to Wakanda, and Thanos is a
Decimated
zombie with the
Wakanda.
Infinity Stones.
I don't even. Yeah, is that how it ended? Um, so anyway, apparently the comics does not pull its punches. Um, so I saw a comment that was like, "So is it gonna be intense like Echo was intense?"
I forgot Echo came out.
Everyone did. It just came and went. Considering the comic sucks and were depressing as hell, my guess is in title only. They were very well written and well thought out. Okay, sounds like it's gonna be middling.
All right.
I mean, I might give that one a watch just because it's like a high concept.
This is so funny. I've been following this
I don't
drama.
even know what this is. Disney hits back at billionaire Nelson Peltz after recent comments about Marvel as studio defends
This
Kevin
is
Feige.
so funny. He
questioned Kevin Feige's abilities as Marvel Studios president. The franchise has so far grossed over 30 billion and asked, "Why do I have to have a Marvel that's all women? Not that I have anything against women, but why do I have to do that? Why can't I have Marvels that are both? Why do I need an all black cast?" Peltz also acknowledged that he knows nothing about the movie business, giving the impression that his main goal with this proxy fight is to increase profitability for himself and his fellow shareholders, even if that negatively affects Disney's creative output. Wait, is he important?
He's a board member, I think.
A proxy battle with Disney to get himself a seat on the board.
He's a big shareholder, I think.
You guys want to hear a fun fact about that guy?
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna bring it up.
Okay, you go for it then.
So he has a lot of pull over movies, and he got his daughter a job in a movie once. He like got her
This
cast,
last
which
name is this Avatar?
yes,
Yeah.
he got his daughter cast as Katara, and because of that, they had to cast white people as the rest of her family.
And she's also the one from Transformers, I keep saying Hamill, Mark Wahlberg's daughter that everybody thought was insufferable.
A lot of people came to defend it, but honestly, like none of the quotes I'm reading here are like really good clapbacks against him. It's just like
I don't think what I find funny is the fact that he's like, why can't I have both men and women Marvels? And it's like,
Yeah.
that's such a boomer thing to say.
Well, he sounds like an idiot, and they are also doing a terrible job of running Marvel. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to call this one a draw. Marvel Studios rumored to be planning a shared 90s universe following X-Men 97's recent success. So they're going to do the Spider-Man the Animated Series.
Oh man,
That show ended on a cliffhanger. There have been discussions about exploring a Marvel's 90s animated universe, which would most likely be explored through X-Men 97. Honestly, I like the character designs and like the world. I think it's a good idea.
We'll see.
Do you guys see that thing about Tom Holland's Spider-Man that came out like a couple days ago or
like
a day ago?
the next movie leak or whatever.
Yeah.
No, what?
It's like a leak that's like, it's supposed to be a leaked synopsis for the fourth movie where it's like Peter Parker keeps losing more and more of himself to Spider-Man, even though Peter Parker is gone. Like finally, there's no Peter Parker left and it's all Spider-Man or something like that.
Yeah, they're like dissolving the Peter Parker identity in the Marvel universe for whatever reason.
I don't know what it means.
I don't think it's that. I think he's just gonna embrace Spider-Man and then at the end realize he needs Peter Parker. Let's look at some upcoming movies. Who's down for Godzilla vs. Kong?
No, please,
Nope.
God, no.
There's just nothing for us to critique about it.
You're just Emerson. I feel so bad because we all loved the first one and then it just got worse.
Hey, Monkey Man, let's go.
Do you want to see that?
No, God, no.
Dog Man.
What are the movies?
Hey, why are there man?
I mean, Civil
So
Civil
April
War,
12th, Civil War.
Civil
I think
War.
maybe we could do that one. By the way, they're bringing back the Raimi Spider-Man movies for like a week.
in theaters.
Yeah, like around this time, like late April. I don't even know what the fuck. Okay, The Fall Guy. I don't
want to see that. Kingdom of Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I think we have to see that.
May 10th. Okay, we got two on the schedule.
There's Furiosa.
Furiosa.
Garfield.
Maybe that one.
Yeah, that one I'm not as interested in.
The Crow.
No, please, God.
Inside Out 2. Selma.
How many Quiet Place movies are they gonna make?
I
As
think
many
that's
as
the
they
third one,
can.
yeah. To Give or Not to Give. Twisters.
Fuck no.
I mean, I might watch it. I just don't know. Like,
Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's probably
maybe.
okay.
I don't really want to see it though.
I'll probably
I'll see
we
it.
could yeah, we could do that one.
Let's watch the Marvel Cinematic Universe fall.
Do you guys want to see Alien Romulus? Did you check that?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I was like, it looks like they're trying to return to form.
Isn't this the chick we were looking at earlier?
Yes, yes. Holy shit, she's on the offensive.
I'll
Okay,
watch
so we got
Romulus.
about 4. We still got to do Madame Web 2 at some point.
Are we gonna do a commentary on that one?
I don't think we can. I don't know how we could without getting taken down.
Well, I mean, remember, we don't have to play the movie. It's just we watch it and people time it. Like, we don't have to play any of the content. It's just
Or-
us
I know,
watching
but
it.
how would we do it? Because we can
Hear me
only
out.
put this on YouTube now.
We create a Patreon where people pay to get us to watch the things they
You
suggest.
go ahead and start that. You go ahead and start that.
The Iron Coop Bites
Okay,
movies
but
after action.
if I do
report.
that, we're gonna do a weird profit split. Okay. I'm telling you.
Emerson gets
You know how many
90% of the
nerds
funds.
there are out there who would subscribe to the Patreon if they could force us to watch whatever they like?
all
If
two
you
of our
if you
still
go into
existing
the work
fans
on
from
that one,
overseas.
all I remember is that each of you used to have a segment on this show, and now you have nothing.
You know what? I'm happier for it.
Times have changed.
All right, next episode will be either Madame Web or Civil War. All right, so yeah, it's not going to be on Spotify for a while. I don't know. All right, see you guys next time.
Joke. See ya.